Alright, so let's get back on the Bradley boys. Now, we're going to talk about the first, well, not the first one, but the oldest one. Well, not the oldest one, but the oldest one that I know. So, we're going to talk about the first one, Junior. We're going to call him Junior because that's what they all call him. Well, his family, but we're going to call him Junior because I don't really know how the laws work about the whole names and crap like that, so no legal issues. And because he's not in the video with me, I guess I probably shouldn't really say his real name. Or, I don't know, I've known this kid for years. Like, I've known him since 8th grade. I graduated in 2016. You do the math, because fuck if I do it. So, 8 years roughly? 9? I don't know. 8 to 16, that would have been, not in 8th grade. Maybe. Yeah, 8th grade. Graduated in 2016, so 8 and 8, that's 16. It's been, what, 4 years past 16? No! It's been 3, my lord. I was so into 2020, I'm jumping ahead. So I've known him for that long, and to be honest, for as long as I've known him, if I could tell you all the things we've been into, I think I'd be in jail a couple times. But let's keep the stories a little bit PG. So, I've known this kid since 8th grade. The way I met him was, it's how I meet most people. It's really weird and unique when I meet people. My first impressions are not the best by far. They're just atrocious. So, when I met him, it was through an old friend. She was dating him at first. So I was like, oh, cool, you got a boyfriend. And I'm the type of person to be checking out my friend's boyfriends, not like, ooh, damn, I date him. Like, is he sturdy? Is he strong? Is he smart? What the fuck can he do? What does he not like to do? How does he treat you? What's this? What's that? Like, I get to know. I know more about your boyfriend my time before you do. That's why I get thrown off when women like, oh, you have been dating him for 6 months. Like, girl, 6 months and you ain't telling me shit. I ain't never seen this boy. You say you been with him for how long? How long have you? You've known me for years, and you tell me you just been dating this boy for 6 months. It's my first time hearing him. Girl, I stalked your shit. How the hell have I not seen him? So, I felt him out a little bit. Figured, he wouldn't be too much of a dude. Like, I didn't think he was a bad guy personally. Like, I say that I'm very weird about when I put, I give advice about other people. Because I say personally because I don't know how they act when I'm not around. And I understand that. People act different when other people aren't around. So I figure when I explain to other people, I say personally, myself, my vision, my experience was good. Now, I can't agree that everyone else's experience with that person was good. I can't agree every time that someone else spoke with that person, they're having a good time. So my experiences with people are typically good. So when I give advice or give information on other people, I try to do it off my experience because I don't know who they are outside of who I am. So, like, unless I could switch into somebody, I know I'm off topic again, but whatever. But unless I could switch into somebody else and, like, walk up and have conversations with them, I'm not be like, oh yeah, so he's great with my Ethan black skin. But if I jump into, like, James white skin or Kevin Asian skin, he's a little talkative, but kind of an asshole. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just I work them a little bit differently than I use Ethan, or maybe it's because they're a little shorter, taller, goofy. I don't know, but it's not like I could do that. So when I give advice about other people, I say personally to hopefully absolve their rudeness because I'm like, hey, he wasn't being a dick to me, but it don't mean he ain't never a dick. It just means to me he ain't never a dick. So personally, I didn't think it was a bad deal. Now, they're not together this day because that was like, shit, 8 years ago. No, over 8 years ago. But, that's not necessarily the reason why they're not together. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't remember. But they're not together today. But him and I are still friends. Her and I, we don't even talk. So, yeah, that's how it works sometimes. I literally make friends with someone else's friend. And sometimes I outspend that friendship. Well, that friendship somehow overextends the original friendship that I made to meet them in the first place. That's happened actually a couple times with my friendships. I'm just like, okay, shit happens like that sometimes. So, like, I am literally so close with the dude, I could literally walk into his house at any time of the day, and I probably have for as many years as I've been going over there, and just hang out, talk, and dick around. And I don't just mean with him. Like, I'm so close with the family. Hence the Bradley's video that I've already done. I'm so close with the family, I could talk to any of the sisters, the mom, the dad, any of the brothers. Well, brother, because there's only one other. And it's, like, completely fine. I get along with the nieces and nephews. I get along with, like, some of the other outside family. But typically, I get along with the nuclear family and then the people that hang around the nuclear family. So it's the mom, the dad, the brother, the sister, the older siblings that are out of the house and traveling, and Some of the cousins I kind of know, and some of the nieces and nephews I kind of know, but like I know who they keep close. Like typically, if I come over and a family member's over, either they've heard about me, they've seen me before. It's not like, who's this black kid, or who's this guy that just entered your home, or like, who is this? It's typically like, oh, I remember you, or I've seen you before. Like that's how into their lives I am, and I'm just like, I don't know how this started off with just Junior and I talking, but somehow Junior and I started talking, and it was because of that female. And then we started hanging out, and then we kind of became friends. I think him and I's friendship for me was based off of the whole competition because I'm a competitive person. Not always, because most times just like fuck it, we're all different. We all work differently. We all can do things differently. We all adapt. We all develop differently. But at the same time, I'm like, I could be stronger, I could be faster, I could be better. And the only way for me to figure out how to do that is to compete against someone else, because I can do that off of self-motivation, determination. But at the same time, as you can see, I still don't have abs. You want to know why? Because no one's trying to beat me to it. So I have no reason to go harder than I originally want to. Like I will push myself, but I don't always want to. I don't always want to push myself every day. So I used him as the reason for me to pursue more fitness, and that's honestly what I do throughout my life. I find someone that's a adversary, someone that's stronger, faster, if not by a little, by a lot. And I'm like, he's who I have to take down, or he's who I at least have to be better about. Like not like better about, but at least from the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, every time I have to improve, or I didn't do shit. Like I don't have to beat them, but at least improvement for me. That's what I want to be able to see. So with Johnny Boy Jr. shit. So with Junior, him and I, we'd always run. And Junior, I don't know what it was about him. Maybe it's because his dad used to do cross country, and it's like, well, he used to run a lot from what his dad told me. I think it's like genetics. He was just born genetically athletic. And yeah, I can believe that. His whole entire family pisses me off. I'm like, what the fuck? So Junior's the first one I compete against for the longest time. I've completely beaten him all across the board when it comes to running, wrestling, and basically anything physical. I've beaten him all across the board, and I'm fine with that. Now, video game, that's a different story, but But his younger brother, which will be a different story, yeah, he's not going to beat me physically anytime soon. But that little motherfucker is a speed demon. That pissed me off because it took me so long to beat the first generation Speedy Gonzalez. Now I got to beat the second generation Speedy Gonzalez, which looks more Gonzalez than the first one. I'm like, fucking ain't. I hope after I can beat the younger son that the daughter doesn't end up somehow becoming a speed demon, because that'd piss me off. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've beaten your first son, I've beaten your second, now I gotta beat your... You know what? Fuck it, I'm above beating women. I ain't even gonna try to touch her. Fuck it. Girl, you could be the fastest woman you want to. You could outrun me any day. I don't want to compete against you. It's not because I'm sexist, it's because I was raised different, so fuck you. But I'm just thinking, like, he's the main reason why I'm as competitive as I am. Well, he's the reason why I started the whole competitiveness, because growing up with nobody like me, I didn't really have a reason to be competitive. If I wanted to be fat and lazy, I could be fat and lazy. If I wanted to be athletic, I could have been athletic. I could have been a fucking 400-pound person that did nothing all day, because there was no one that said, hey, you're getting fat. There's no one that said, hey, come on, let's go for a run. There's no one that said, hey, be active with me. Because most of them were disabled and couldn't do the physical activities that most normal kids could do. So, well, I guess there's my other, like, there's one brother, but I'll talk about him a different time, but that's a different story altogether. So, I used him mainly to keep my physical prowess up, 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 and up. And now that he's kind of outused his use, I'm kidding, he's still fun to be around. But now that him and I don't compete anymore, we still talk, we still hang out. We just don't do as much active because, we're adults now and we're trying to do adult stuff, and he's got a girlfriend, so, that's a pain in the ass. But, I don't know, I don't think I went too much into detail about him, so I guess I should go back a little bit more. He's not too much, he's not, like, in my personal opinion, he's not too bad of a guy. Like, my understanding of him is he's for sure a little bit different, but if you give him time, you could possibly understand him. And if you give him time, he's not that bad of a guy. It's just people choose to judge a book by its cover. Now, I guess he fits perfectly into my life because of the life that I grew up with in my childhood. He's autistic, and most of my siblings are mentally disabled. So, like, he's not so high in the autistic spectrum that it's like, oh my gosh, he's horrible. Like, no, he's low enough where he could function. Like, he's a little bit slower than everyone else, but it's not like he doesn't ever get the point. You just gotta be patient with him. And I think if I didn't grow up in the childhood that I had, like, I don't think I'd been able to deal with him for as long as I have. Like, I say deal like it's a bad thing. No, I don't think I'd been able to interact with him. Because I'll admit, sometimes he gets out of hand and sometimes I get out of hand. But at the same time, we're able to keep within the boundaries of, okay, I didn't overdo it. Okay, he didn't overdo it. We could still be chummy pals. We could still get over wherever the conflict that is. We could still be good friends. We could still talk. We could still play video games. We could still do this. We could still do that. Other people permitting. I say that because sometimes he has a bigger heart than he does mine, sadly. But he's still a good guy in my personal opinion. Like, I say my personal opinion because if you know who I'm talking about and if you know the dude, you might have other things to say, but fuck you, because I do whatever I want to. I'll hang around whoever I want to. If you have anything bad to say about him, you can go ahead and say it. I may agree with you, but I'll still be around him because regardless of who he is, I know who he is truly. And regardless of what I will say, okay, one more off topic. Regardless of what I say, you can't always hold me to my words because I'm a fucking asshole. 100%. And I'm also a comedian. 100%. So, I will say whatever the fuck I want to, when I want to, because the freedom of speech allows me to. So, just because I say he's an asshole, it doesn't mean I can't tolerate him. If I talk about someone, at least I can tolerate him. If I don't like someone, just to get this clear, I won't say shit about them. They could be in front of me, they could be next to me, they could have their names written next to me. It doesn't matter. I don't acknowledge them whatsoever because I don't feel like it's worth my time and or energy. So, just because I call them assholes and dicks, that's not how I show hate. That's how I show love, sadly, because, I don't know. So, yeah, he's an asshole, he's a dick, he's all this. So, really, I just said Kyle. Really, I said Kyle. And all that shit. So, I don't know. Like, I think he's personally a great guy. I think this, I think that, but nobody listens to my thoughts. So, yo, Junior, if you ever see this, I hope you like it. I don't care what you do about it. If you got some shit to say, we can fight about it, but I'm about to win again. Till next time, doses.